Hi there, this is Alex from Flashfires, here to talk about our new EP release. The EP has 6 tracks on it. Tracks are Circus Boy, Quicker Than the Eye, Life's Cruel Line, Champagne of Mars, Cezanne, and 31. In Flashfires, when it comes to writing, a person normally comes with like a core idea, and then as a band we sort of dissect it up and piece all the parts together to then make the whole product of the song. And then we take it to our producer, Brian Wheat, and from that era then we'll look at the structure, arrangement, and then kind of build the song from there, sculpt it up, and then bang, that's kind of how we get the finished product. The recording process of the EP took place in Sacramento, California, so me and the guys stayed in the studio probably for about, I would say, 6 to 7 weeks, and we recorded the EP plus additional songs as well. And from that batch, we kind of put them in categories as like A songs, B songs, and so like the B songs, obviously we call that like the B sides, or just songs that are just going to be kept in the vault or on the hard drive, and we might come back to them, we might not. But the A songs are what have the big choruses, the best arrangements, and they're the ones that we actually selected for the EP. So we came together with these 6 songs that are now on the EP. Self-titled EP again called Flashfires. I think we just went with that name just so it was the best way to introduce people, because I think when you put an album name or a meaning behind the record, people start thinking it's like there's a theme behind it, whereas this is just a record just to say, hey, we're Flashfires, this is what we're all about, here are 6 songs, and hope you enjoy them. So I'd say 80% of the record was recorded in Sacramento with Brian Wheat. Brian Wheat is the bass player from TESLA, a US rock band, and they're very successful. So when we went into the studio, they had all their platinum records up all over the wall. So it's kind of daunting, but at the same time was quite inspiring. And I think we got a lot of our best work tracked in America, and we had a great time doing it. Any instrument at your graphs to use, amazing plugins, amazing facilities. The studio was called J Street Recorders. So that was fantastic, and I say about 20% of it was done literally down the road from where I live in a small college studio where we just did overdubs and vocals. So that's when we went back to the songs and thought, right, can we look at melodies again? Can we look at the arrangement again? And can we redo certain parts here? Because for us, it's all about don't bore us, get to the chorus sort of thing, and having the strongest chorus possible, just full of hooks, but we also try and make each section hooky. We have like instrumental parts, vocal parts, and just melodies with the vocals. So in QMC, we spent about a week just, again, going back over those 6 songs and just thinking, right, that can come out, let's put a new melody in here. That can come out, let's put a new lyric in line here. That sounds more catchy than this certain thing. So it's quite an interesting process how we build things up. And yeah, I mean, so far we've done 3 singles, and they were Circus Boy, Champagne of Mars, and Cezanne. And the EP is scheduled for this Friday, but I guess if you're watching this video now, it's out now on all streaming platforms. But yeah, for me, when I write songs personally, it's one of my favourite things to do, not just for the band, but for myself, I think mentally, and just a way of living life. I am heavily inspired by a huge amount of artists, people like Freddie Mercury, John Frusciante, Red Hot Chili Peppers, In Excess, Arctic Monkeys, Biffy Clyro, Simon Neil, all what I think are really good songwriters. So they're sort of like my hub of inspirations. And of course Paul McCartney and the Beatles, who just actually sat there. I feel terrible, I just forgot them actually, but yeah, for me, I like to get to that chorus quickly, and I don't have a style, or I don't restrict myself to a set style. Like, I'm not just going to write a rock song, I'm not going to write a ballad today, I'm not going to write a pop song. Whatever is in me and comes out at that time, that's it. And I think that's what the most important thing is, because that's what, I don't know, that's what makes it personal to you as a songwriter. Because I know some bands would write a song and say, oh no, that's not for us, it's not our type of style. Whereas I think what makes Flashfires quite unique is that we'll do anything and then mould it into a Flashfire sound. And with us and our producer, that's what makes us a great band, I think, because we have a sound. I know most bands do have a sound, but for me, with the moment I hear us against other bands, I just think how we're produced and how our songs are cut is slightly different to other people, more unique, and I think that's a really good thing. But yeah, with songwriting, like for me, it's always the music that comes first, and I tend to write the chorus first. I don't know why, but I'll have the chorus first, then I'll work around it, get a verse, a bridge if it needs a bridge, a middle section if it needs a middle section, depends what type of song it is, and then I would work around that, and then do all the lyrics afterwards. And I tend to write about other people, so sometimes it sounds like I'm singing about my life, or things that happen to me, but it's other things that are happening around me. That's how I like to write. And it makes it more interesting, because I don't really know what everybody's experiencing, but I like to try and guess and put it down as a story like that. And in terms of like instrumental parts and stuff, our guitar player Sean and Fraser are fantastic at sort of making these intricate and really sort of standout parts. And I think what's great about the EP is every song, it's kind of different, like it hits different levels. So like on the rock songs, it's full out, it's huge dynamics, amazing rhythms, the drums are pounding, and it just sounds all so big. But then on other tracks, like such as Cezanne and Life's Cruel Line, it's very dense, and it's very orchestrated in a way how the things and the instruments are placed in certain areas or in panning, and it's just so crisp, so you can really identify what's going on. So I think we've got a fantastic sort of blend of different areas and different styles. But yeah, I hope people enjoy the EP, and I hope people have enjoyed the singles since they've been coming out. And in terms of going forward, hopefully we can record some more singles and just keep building, I guess, from there. So I think these songs on the EP we consider to be probably out of date now, but obviously when we play them live for people, it's the first time they're hearing them, and it could be the soundtrack to something in their life one day, fingers crossed. But yeah, moving forward, I'd like to record some of our new songs. I think in our vault now, collectively, there's probably about 30 plus songs that we can pick, and probably only 6 of them will be A songs, and the other 25 will be B songs. So that's kind of how we work. We have quite a high standard of selecting what songs we like. I hope people found this interesting. Like I said, I'm Alex from Flashfires, and I hope everyone's all good. And like I said, keep streaming the music, and I hope everyone enjoys the EP. Thank you.